Hello everybody, what's going on? And welcome back to the career mode. I hope you're all having a great day. We're back with action for you to look forward to, including us signing a new £70 million central attacking midfielder, following on from the sale of James Maddison over to Barcelona. So sit back, relax, and hopefully enjoy today's episode of Career Mode. But as we begin the day then, we sat down with Bayer Leverkusen's manager to negotiate the potential signing of Kai Havertz. He was not included in the poll simply because he didn't have a minimum fee release clause. And you can see by his value, £69.5 million. I just didn't think we'd be able to afford him. So had I have known we could, I would have involved him in that poll for the previous video. But yeah, it turned out that after negotiating with Leverkusen's boss, they said they would accept 70 million, so £500,000 more than he was worth. So taking out those minimum fee release clauses, I actually decided that in terms of my own personal preference, Havertz topped the list for me in terms of who I wanted to bring in the most. And I think the winner of the poll was actually João Felix. So hopefully you guys aren't too mad with me for not signing the winner of that poll. I did just mention it. If I knew I could afford him, I would have included him in that poll there. But yeah, I did not expect that they'd let him go for £500,000 more than he was actually valued at. So in terms of that, Brandt didn't join the club, Felix hasn't joined the club, but we do have a new number 10, and his name is Kai Havertz. 4-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves. And am I right in thinking that he had a 5-star in FIFA 19 for one of those two stats? I can't remember which way around it was. I might have got that completely wrong. I just remember using him on Ultimate Team and thinking he was a beast on both feet, and I probably have got that wrong. But yeah, Kai Havertz is here then, ladies and gentlemen, and fingers crossed he is going to do big things for this Bournemouth side. And he made his debut as he went into the opening game of the day. That doesn't mean to say that in future Brandt or Felix won't join us, because their minimum fee release clauses are still there, and there are still the potential for us to maybe bring them in at a later date. But we'll see if that is going to be the correct decision in bringing in Kai Havertz instead. And it was a real tricky test for him, as well, as his first game in Bournemouth colours came against Manchester United at the Vitality Stadium. Some early exchanges, but no side in front until Lautaro Martinez decided to say, okay, we've had a bit of fun in this opening half an hour, both teams trying to find the opening goal. I guess I'll just do it myself then. Picked it up, turned, and got the snapshot away into that near post. David De Gea is not going to keep it out, and Martinez has scored the opening goal of today's episode. One of the players that we brought in at the beginning of this new season, and he's certainly proving to be a very good buy already, including Andre Onana. He also joined us as you guys told me to sign him, and what a beast he is proving to be. A phenomenal double save here to keep the score at 1-0 Bournemouth, as Man United were trying to do what they could to bring it back level, but Onana was having none of it. And 23 minutes to go, Felipe Anderson's ball into the box. Lautaro makes it 2 for his brace in the game, and that settled any nerves we were having in making sure we get the points here, because United were asking the questions, and we made sure of the points with that goal, although they did want to make it a very nervy last few minutes for us. AWB's cross back into the centre. Anthony Martial there to head home from close range. Look at the reaction as well of Onana. I was so disappointed we couldn't get him the clean sheet, because he probably deserved it from this game. But somebody who also deserves the credit, yep, our number 9. Bournemouth 3, Manchester United 1. And he scores a hat-trick in the first game of the day. It's been a little bit of a hit-and-miss start to this new season for us as we go in that quest for the league title. But if Martinez can stay fit and stay firing, we have a real shot at it, I feel like. And it is a little bit out of our hands. We've still got to rely on some other results going our way as well to claw back those points. But as long as we just focus on ourselves and keep momentum, we should be good to go. Now, we move into the first game in the Champions League. The group stages have been drawn. We've got Celtic, we've got Borussia Dortmund, and I believe CSKA Moscow. I'm not going to be playing through the group stages. I only played this first game here to kind of see how we would get on. The rest of the group will be simmed, regardless of if we get through or not. As you know, the main focus is completely on the league title this year. So that is where I really want to put all of our time and effort into. So if we can kind of get through this group without having to play a single game other than this one here, then that would be phenomenal. But in the early exchanges against Celtic away from home, they actually forced Onana into a save. And we didn't start off the best in this one, I will say that. And we had to rely on Martinez again, proving to be just, if you give him any sight of goal, it's going in the back of the net. Let me just say that. Great work as well from Kai Havertz with the back heel. But without that goal going in, I sense that Celtic might have got in front in this game. And how it wasn't 2-0 after 26 minutes, I'm not quite sure. Havertz here should have converted the cross from Felipe Anderson. But as the second half kind of got into it, we were feeling a lot more composed, a lot more comfortable. And from our own free kick, Celtic got up the other end and ended up scoring. But we should be dealing with this a lot better. As I said, it came from our free kick and we put it in their box. Nothing really worked for us. They get up the other end. Look at this, by the way, for a finish. I mean, Morgan, insane control, keeps his composure and smashes it home as well. So 23 minutes to go. Celtic 1, Bournemouth 1. In a game that we'd not played our best football in, I felt like this was going to be us dropping points in our opening group stage game. But, you know, it's the tale of the episode today as, again, that man Span got the shooting opportunity, fired in at the near post. And if you're wondering why it skipped so early, I've been playing a little bit of Ultimate Team recently, and I'm so used to now hitting the buttons on the controller just to skip the replay, so I apologise for that. I didn't mean to. It was just it's something that I've been doing recently, and I got to. It was kind of muscle memory, if you will. We had time as well to find a third goal in the game. Kai Havertz with his first in Bournemouth colours after a really nice dummy opened up the space for him. And in the end, although we'd not played very well, we'd won the game by 3-1. So I'll take that all day, every day, because when you're not playing well, you still have to get the wins, and that's exactly what we have done there. Celtic feeling a little bit down about it, but, you know, when you've got Martinez in your side, it's difficult to defend. 10 goals already in 8 appearances since joining the club. He's just insane. He's easily probably the best striker I've had in this year's career mode so far. I remember last year I was at Inter in FIFA 19, and he averaged nearly a goal a game in that series. He's very much on to do that again in this one. Simming the next couple of games, Sheffield United and Wolves away and then at home. We won both of those, so that's always something to be positive about. But following on from that, it was a real test for us. Liverpool, as history beckons, you can see it there. 6 games, 6 goals. Competition record for the Premier League right now is 32. And Martinez is certainly on for that. But take a look at this Liverpool team when it pops up on your screen. If there's any side you don't want to be facing so early on in the season, having a little bit of inconsistency like we are, it's this Liverpool team. Alisson in goal. The back four looks unbeatable. Schürrle, Van Dijk, Robertson and Aurier. Fabinho, Allen, Tolisso in the midfield. And then the same front three that's been smashing teams left, right and centre. And 7 minutes in, they made their intentions known. Onana was having to do a fair bit in this early stage of the game. And this goal here really did show the quality that Liverpool have got. Salah keeps his composure, pulls it back for Firmino. He nods home. We're behind by a goal to nil already after 20 minutes, and we've not even been in the game. That is how good this Liverpool team could actually be. So, we were going to have to dig deep. We were going to have to find a response. But who was going to be the player to help us with that response? Well, there's really only one man, as he forced Alisson into the save. And then, 41st minute of the game, there was a massive deflection here that takes it in. But it's Martinez's work again. Brilliant skill to get past Van Dijk as he finds the shot, and Schürrle blocks it. But as you can see, it crept in into that bottom corner. Bournemouth 1, Liverpool 1. And look at the celebrations. They love him already, to the Bournemouth fans. They never want to let him go. It's unfortunate for the Liverpool man there to concede it the way it does. And it actually does go down as an own goal. But, yeah, it was the excellent work of Martinez that forced the error there. And we had a chance as well to win it with 3 minutes to play. Ryan Fraser, who's not looking as good as he has done in the previous season, burst through, and a phenomenal challenge to stop him in the end meant the game finished Bournemouth 1, Liverpool 1. And as we shake the hand of Jurgen Klopp, there was a few reactions of the fans there that kind of annoyed me, because you've got to remember, that's one of the best teams in the league is Liverpool. They're not an easy team to face, so a point at home, as much as we want to be going for the league title, is not a bad result. And a few fans there were giving us a hard time for that. I understand it completely if we'd have been outplayed and got smashed, but we drew the game 1-1. So let's be realistic. That's still a great result. A couple more sim games for you to look forward to then, as we ended up playing Dortmund, winning 3-2. And then following that was Aston Villa. Before I show you, after 8 games, we were sat in 8th place, 15 points, 6 adrift of the top of the table. So that's what I mean. A win can move you up like 4 places. It can move you down 4 places. So until we sort of get to the halfway stage, we've got nothing to worry about. We'll just keep grinding these games out and getting through them and hopefully getting the wins in each one. But the next test for us was Arsenal, again at the Vitality Stadium. Lacazette, 3 goals in 3 games, was going to have a tough time to try and beat Varane and Ake today. Similarly, Arsenal would have to try and keep Martinez quiet. Akanji and Lenglet tasked with doing just that. Lenglet, you might remember, was a player we looked at bringing in. Instead, we brought Varane to the club. Lo Celso should have done a lot better with the first shot of this one. 13 minutes in. Had a little bit of space to work with, but his shot went straight at Bert Leno. But it was one team dominating the first half here. Thiago Almada's effort blocked onto the crossbar. Unbelievable defending, really, to keep that one out. And Almada, as well, has come to me recently and been complaining about his game time. So we have to keep tabs on that because I don't want him leaving the club. But equally, when we just signed a £70 million cam, Almada does have to kind of, share the game time. So, yeah, we don't want him leaving, and that's the last thing we want. But Arsenal went close for a free kick. Mesut Ozil still at the club, captain in the side as well. With about 16 minutes to play, Onana looking for the clean sheet, and he pulled off a save there. Fairly routine, though. 11 minutes left. £70 million, ladies and gentlemen. 70 million quid. I think Havertz just got a little bit jumpy, a little bit too ahead of himself as his shot there went wide. And I don't know what it is. The driven shots this year just don't feel as effective as they previously did. So 0-0, and with that Havertz chance there, it should have been 1. To be fair, though, Arsenal probably could have won it as well if Ozil's free kick hadn't have been saved. So there's a lot of ifs and buts, but in the end, it is only the point. And we end off the day with the final game here against Spurs at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And a side that has actually had a bit of a rivalry with us in this series. We faced them in the first FA Cup that we won back in season number 1. They were the team we beat in that final. They've still got a lot of their quality players. And you might have seen just before it popped up, Dele Alli, 6 goals in 3 games for them from central attacking midfield. That's pure insane. That is incredible. So I wasn't looking forward to coming into this game, and especially facing this Tottenham side. And 37 yards out, Harry Kane, this shot was moving all over the place. So full credit to Onana, because everybody will look at that and think it's a simple save. But the shot, as I said, was going all over the place. He had to watch it, and they then hit the woodwork. Onana was beaten. He didn't even have a clue if that was going in his bottom corner or not. So first half going to Spurs, but second half going to Bournemouth. Martinez again. He loves that position, doesn't he? He's just so good in that area. One-sighted goal is all he needs because he'll find the back of the net. If you actually look as well to his shots to goal ratio, his conversion, it's at something crazy like 73%. So just don't give him any time whatsoever because he'll score. Having said that, commentator's curse, because the very next chance, he had so much time, and this time had too much time, as he didn't quite have the finish. But he was pretty much just running in behind, causing no ends of problems for the Spurs backline. Should have had a hat-trick here, in fairness to him. But this is the quality of Martinez, because take a look at this goal. This just showed me everything I needed to know. That's elite level, world-class level, in fact. 6 minutes from time. The ball is fired into him. He lets it run. The keeper doesn't come off his line quick enough. But the chip is just sublime from Lautaro Martinez. 2-0 Bournemouth. Spurs well and truly beaten here at home. And as it stood, we were heading to, I think, just outside the top 6. So right now, a win will climb us back into the top 4. So we've got absolutely nothing to worry about. We didn't have the best start in the world. I was feeling a little bit nervous after it, but with the way we've played today and how we are doing, we're only 10 games in. I feel like this is going to be a season that goes right down to the end. It's not going to be a season we will run away with it. It's definitely going to be close, but I have every faith that come the end of the season, we will be points in it, and we will be the team who can be up there come the end of the year. But that's going to bring us to a close then for today, guys. A massive thank you for watching the episode. If you have enjoyed it, a like would be greatly appreciated. I'll try and get another episode out pretty soon for you, playing a lot more games to get through the season a little bit quicker too. Until next time, though, have a great day, have a great evening, and I will see you all again with the next episode very, very soon. Adios.